don't really look at it so much as our family beliefs and practices being carried out into the community. Going back to, and certainly my parents, if not before, it makes us want to be part of the practices and beliefs in the larger community, which we accept as, desirable for our own ability to improve the world and make other people's lives better.
My father and mother both instilled the values of Tikkun Olam to all of their children. And wherever we've been, this has been something very important to us because we live very nice lives and there are so many people who don't. And it's our job to help Jews all over the world, as well as non-Jews who are hungry and who need help. We're there, and we've been fortunate enough that our children agree with us, and it is door to door because we're all doing it.
My inspiration has really come from my family. Sitting around the kitchen table, growing up, seeing the example my parents set, but also beyond that, and my grandparents on both sides of my family, my aunts and uncles. It has been important for all of us to do something to make a difference. And that's what's so special about the Cleveland community as well. We are such a strong community because so many people realize that it's important to do something, and everybody seems to play a part, which is why we have such a rich community.
I've been really disheartened by the rise of anti-Semitism in recent years. It's just really unfortunate. Jason and I have experienced anti-Semitism. Our children have experienced it. And I really want to secure that there is a safe and secure Jewish future for my children, for future generations. Jason and I are raising our children to be advocates for the state of Israel and to always be proud of that they are Jewish and of who they are.
If I had to say anything to today's leaders of Northeast Ohio, it would be, don't be shy. Step up, step out of your comfort zone. There is so much to do, and there isn't that much time. Life is short. Do what you can do as soon as you can and as much as you can. It isn't always easy, and it's always a little bit scary, but it's worth it.
I think the most meaningful Jewish experience for me and for who I have become was going to a Zionist Orthodox summer camp for 5 years. There was a ruach there, and the feeling about Israel really permeated everything. And it was a thrill for me when my parents took us to Israel in 1971, which was the first time I'd been, and it just, everything made sense.
My most meaningful Jewish experience, without a doubt, was being able to see my daughter become a bat mitzvah and my son become a bar mitzvah. When I was younger, I don't think I understood the meaning of what it meant, and going through it as a child, becoming an adult, I really didn't get it. And I think I finally saw the value and the meaning when I got to see my own children go through it. They worked really hard, they really cared, and they took the responsibility very seriously. And getting to see that all come together with my family and the cantor who had also done my bat mitzvah 30 years ago, it was really magical. It was magical.
And that is true for me as well. For me, also, my most significant or most meaningful Jewish experience is watching my own children go through life cycle events. So the B'nai Mitzvahs that we've already had, the consecrations, and watching them embrace our traditions and become a part of a tradition that has spanned thousands of years. It gives meaning to so much, including the work that we all do for Jewish continuity, to see it in action and to have your own children become a link in that chain.
I think for me, something that was really impactful was getting to travel to Jewish communities around the world. Something in particular, I was in Tbilisi, Georgia with Elissa and with Jason, and we didn't speak the same language as the people there, but we were with a bunch of kids holding hands, singing Hatikva. And to know that you have that common bond of really being a Jewish family all over the world has been so special.
My first few trips to Israel really opened my eyes to incredible vitality of Israel, as well as the very substantial and continuing threats to its existence. I also remember being part of a group that delivered food packages to elderly Jews living in walk-up apartments in the former Soviet Union. an example of what work the Joint Distribution Committee is doing day in and day out, and to be able to see the people who would benefit from our efforts to bring them the food package was very meaningful. And going to some of the national conferences of our major Jewish organizations, when you're in the room with thousands of other Jews who are all enthusiastically embracing the opportunity to make our community better, make the world better as best we can in our own ways, that's very meaningful.